This is the JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe.
This is in Canada.
Canada.
A couple fellows up there found a black bear, and they put it in their van and fed it Taco Bell and tried to drive it down 10 hours to take it to some animal rescue, but the animal rescue found them. So here we go.
Team at Pet and Wildlife Rescue Center in Chatham, Kent have had some unusual calls over the years, but nothing compares to the call they got on Saturday from Windsor Police.
We're still a little bit in shock.
Pet and wildlife rescue officials in Chatham, Kent are still in disbelief after getting a call for help in Windsor about a bear in the back of a vehicle.
I wanted to make sure it was an actual bear because we've had those calls before and it ended up being a weasel or a puppy.
Executive Director Miriam Armstrong says it seemed the young black bear cub was picked up from the side of a highway near Cochrane, Ontario by a couple of people from Windsor who claimed the bear was injured.
Not our Windsor.
We have never had an actual bear call before that turned out to be a bear.
Armstrong says the people brought the bear back to Windsor more than 10 hours away, explaining they couldn't find any proper care along the way.
Somehow somebody heard about it and the police got involved, and we talked to the police just to offer our services if they needed a place temporarily for the animal, because not everybody has a good spot to keep a bear. And our animal controls are 24/7 for emergencies.
Windsor Police told CTV News that the bear appeared to be okay when they arrived, with arrangements then made to get it to Chatham.
The bear was quite lethargic, very scared. I should mention he was fed Taco Bell, so I'm sure his innards weren't feeling so great neither.
Dude.
Hey, Hoser, what are we going to feed this bear? Dude, you going to finish that chalupa, dude?
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
They fed the bear Taco Bell.
Why out of all the...
Well, that explains the lethargic action of the black bear.
Right.
Dude, anything on Netflix, dude?
And he was just really stressed.
Armstrong said after the Ministry of Natural Resources was notified, they were able to find a free horse stall in their Chatham shelter that was big enough to safely secure the animal.
There are some pretty strict rules on keeping wildlife, and you are not able to keep wildlife captive for so many reasons. I won't even have time to talk about all of them.
Dude, she's amazing.
Yeah, she's great. She's the best part of the story.
Right.
Well, it all ended well, and we got a funny story out of it.
Unbelievable.
All's well that ends with Taco Bell.
Okay, what's weird here is clearly the people that grabbed the bear were thinking they were going to help.
Yeah, well, that's what everybody thinks when they grab a baby buffalo, a calf,
you know,
a bear cub.
Why are you gonna feed a taco? You're not gonna give it an apple or
right. Get it some rabbit food or anything. Jesus.
Besides processed Taco Bell, dude, what are you doing?
The bear. See, now the bear has tasted Taco Bell, and all he will eat is.
He's got a taste for it.
He's got a taste for blood and Taco Bell. Humans and tacos. What a diet.
What have you done?
Hey, you got it. Dude, can you get the straw in its little mouth with the Mountain Dew? This would be great.
Look, Baja Blast.
He looks thirsty, dude. Get him some Baja Blast, dude. Hey, Hoser.
I had to play the audio on that story. I was like, this is the greatest part, man.
That's incredible.
Canadian accent.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
They fed a Taco Bell. They couldn't stop at a store and get sliced apples or, you know, anything. It's so incredible.
It's just like, I get where your train of thought was at, but I just, come on now.
Yeah, not this. Well, their hearts, their redneck little hearts were in the right place. I understand it. But, it sounds like you kidnapped an animal and fed it Taco Bell.
Right? Like on the surface, I have to tell you, it looks pretty bad.
I mean, it all. So they didn't put the bear down. It's all good.
Everything's fine.
Oh.
Yep.
All right.
So the rescue got the bear. They're nurturing the bear. And let's see.
Did turn into a cocaine bear. Good thing they weren't a couple of cokeheads. Mm-hmm. Hey, so I missed that. Where did the bear come from again? It was just out.
It's like an orphaned bear.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Then the rest of the story is just what to do if you find an injured or orphaned bear cub. So.
Wow. Boy, that's one of the great stories of the year. I mean, I mean, that's right up there with one of the oddball stories of the year.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh my God! Now I want Taco Bell. Hello.
It's all those stupid TikTok videos where they mash together like 3 or 4 videos, and somebody rescues a bear from
my
a
God.
bottle, and then they took it home, and now they're best friends for the rest of their life.
Why do they do that?
Why did I saw that last night on Facebook? That's really weird. You said that.
I saw one. There was a tiger shark trying to eat a turtle, and the narrative was the shark was helping the turtle.
Yes.
And was pushing it towards the boat so the people could pull the turtle out of the water and cut the string off its neck. You could see in the videos 2 totally different boats.
Okay, gotcha.
Right.
Different turtles.
I think
the shark was not trying to help. It definitely wanted to eat the turtle.
Right. I know, but and then I'm like, God, the time they take, but it goes viral, and they get the money on those clicks.
I think the video.
There's going to be all kinds of people getting squirted by skunks and bit by raccoons.
Yeah.
Wait, it'll be a rash.
That's true. Thanks, man.
Trying to befriend animals.
Appreciate
Have a good one.
You too, buddy.
No, the video I saw, and I don't think it was. There's no way it can be real. This city found a cub bear, and all the citizens took care of it. And then the bear escorts the kids to school. It leads the school bus and is the town mascot and visits everyone. And it looked real as hell. Like, there's no way. There's no way. It was a grizzly.
No.
There's no way.
Dude,
I'm like, I was going, no. Why are you feeding me this junk? Yeah. So these guys, anything happen to them? The hosers?
It does not say. I think they were just
Bob and Doug McKenzie. Anything happen to the hosers?
No.
Hey, let's listen to some Rush. You got any Geddy Lee? We're only 8 hours
put in
away.
That Our Lady Peace record. Let's jam.
It's incredible.
It is incredible.
Taco
we have
Bell.
no update on the people. It is Canada, so I'm assuming they were just like, hey, this is dumb, eh?
Well, they got the job done, I guess. The bear probably, like I said, lethargic, and it probably helped us. I'm sure he had a stomach ache.
All's well that ends well.
Sure, it's never had Taco Bell.
Right.
Not that, I'm just saying, first timer.
Right.
You coming off eating twigs and berries in the wild.
Right. And then they're like, hey, try the spicy jalapeno sauce.
Gives it the hottest taco. It's incredible. It's incredible. But
oh no,
I'm not. Some people say even humans shouldn't eat Taco Bell.
I know.
And here we are. I'm on the opposite side. I love Taco Bell.
Man,
I will continue to love Taco Bell, but I'll try not to feed it to my cat or rando bear I come across.
I understand that it's not the greatest thing to be consuming. Therefore, I'm not going to be feeding it to the wildlife, for Christ's sake. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, feed your cat like processed meat and watch how fast it throws up.
Right.
It takes a minute.
So.
I don't know. I mean, I know we have this desire to do good and just put it in the garage and make a phone call.
Or leave it out and make a phone call.
Or leave it out.
Just stay on the side of the road, keep an eye on it, and make a phone call. I don't.
Hey, pull over. We're out of Taco Bell. We got to get some donuts for the bear.
Well, because
let's get him a Persian.
And you might end up doing more harm than anything.
Oh, for sure.
When you intervene.
Yeah, for sure. Well, most of them, like they put the buffalo calves, I think they put down.
They put down.
Because they can't.
They can't wash your stank off.
They can't get the stank off, and they can't What word am I thinking of?
Reassimilate.
Reassimilate.
Which is weird. You would think they would just give them to like a buffalo farmer.
Yeah.
A bison farmer.
Yeah. Just put it out there and let it get fat.
And be like,
what's the problem?
Bottle feed this asshole.
You think they would? Somebody would be glad to take that thing
and eat it.
But I'm sure there's laws on.
Yeah, probably
on buffalo and bursitis and the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh
what
my.
do I know? Anyway, what
the lions, the tigers, the bears. Oh my.
All right. Well, this is a good meeting, and leave the bear where you found it.
Wrap it up.
There are some Facebook reels out there of a guy who catches bass and then shows them videos of like catching bass, midget wrestling, and it says this bass's friends are never going to believe him.
Oh my God. The internet. What
And
has
it's
it
the
done?
best. And that's the only animal ones I believe on Facebook Reels.
Dude, the Facebook Reels are out of control.
All right, thanks for the heads up. All right, thanks. Hi, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Ozer.
I just want. Hey, Ozer, somebody get that there bear a bottle of Pepto-Bismol. Eh?
Relax.
What a complete waste
We are killing it online. Have you guys checked the comments?
of cyberspace.
Smoke That Skin Wagon says, you guys are killing it.
The JJO Morning Show Podcast.
We're internet sensations.
Johnny and D, nowhere but JJO.
Okay, two suspected drunk drivers crashed into each other on Labor Day in Marysville, California, north of Sacramento, and I just cannot believe this story isn't out of Wisconsin. When the officers arrived on the scene, they determined one driver was intoxicated. The other one had driven off.
Ooh.
But the cops tracked him down because that's what they do. They're police. He was also found to be under the influence, so no injuries were reported. Now, this is the ideal situation when the drunk people just crash into each other,
Oh, yeah,
right?
for sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Both drivers were booked into the local jail. They're not saying which one was at fault or if they both were.
Well, somebody's always at fault, for sure. I mean, you can both get a DUI, but somebody's, insurance-wise, somebody's going to be at fault.
Somebody's going to be at fault.
Yeah, you have
right.
to. Yeah.
So,
Wow.
yeah.
You got your beer in my whiskey. No, you got your whiskey in my beer.
Totally.
Yeah,
so
weird.
if two drunk drivers
Yes.
crash into each other, is it? Or no?
Oh.
I'm going to say no. But just like that U.S. Cellular commercial, everything listed in there is not, in fact, ironic.
Hey,
Nothing in
hey.
the song is ironic either.
Hey.
I'm saying we're just like loosening our term, our boundaries on what is ironic and what is not ironic.
I thought irony in this case would be the drunk driver crashing into the AA center.
Well, I would, and then there was another
Because this is just two
drunks.
Two drunks being stupid.
Right. I have another story about a drunk driver crashing into a cop car.
Ironic.
That feels more ironic.
That's definitely ironic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't cancel out you like dividing by zero. No, that's good irony.
Right. This one is a drunk driver crashed into a New York State police vehicle early Labor Day morning while troopers were arresting another drunk driver. So that's incredible.
We need to change the lyrics to Alanis Morissette. It's like 10,000 cans of beer when all you need
is a Gatorade.
It's like driving around on meth and getting killed by another guy on meth. You know, you got to change. We need to retool that whole song for just such an occasion.
Okay, we should do that. Write that down.
All right, I'm not going to write that down.
And when I'm back from vacation,
all right,
we'll work on it. It can be a parody song that is not written to the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Very nervous right now. Never tried that before, but
I believe in you.
Just the trash, taking out the trash.
Unbelievable.
Kind of convenient. That's like early Christmas for the coppers.
Right.
You
know? Okay. We were just talking about animal reels on Facebook, and I don't know, a lot of rescues show up in my news feed. On TikTok as well. 7 years ago, 6 young cows escaped a St. Louis slaughterhouse, and now they're at an animal sanctuary giving cow hugs to visitors.
Oh.
I know. I'm still going to have a steak on vacation.
Bone-in ribeye!
Here's the caretaker of the cows, Ellie Lax, talking about the cows' new lives.
I was kind of stressed out from the day, and I went in for kind of a hug, and she wrapped her neck around me and held me. This is Chico. He's the leader. So he crashed through 3 fences and led everyone else to freedom. They have found a way to forgive and trust, and now they want to pay it forward to help others. And they're going to graze and meditate and live the life that all animals should live.
Oh, Ellie.
Jeez, Ellie. Lube it up first, Ellie. Wow.
Ellie's a little intense.
No kidding. Calm down, Ellie. Calm down. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
How did they get out, you say?
It was a total escape plan that was hatched by Chico. Let's see. This is the Gentle Barn is the name of the sanctuary.
The Gentle Barn.
Yeah.
Man, I think I've taken your mom to the Gentle Barn a couple of times.
It's not very gentle.
No gentle at all. No gentleness.
That was more like Pound Town.
Is it Pound Town Barn around here somewhere?
Let's see.
The Gentle Barn. That's cool.
Yeah, I can't
I
find
still like steak, though. Isn't it weird? I love a cow. I love seeing cows. I like petting cows. I like hearing cows. I like the whole idea of cows. But man, do I like a bone-in ribeye.
Yeah. And I understand cows are very feeling individuals.
Yes, don't you go there.
And I
very
understand.
gentle. Very gentle.
Okay, here we go.
I have goosebumps, and yet I'm still hungry for a ribeye.
On March 30th, 2017, they're comparing it to OJ going down the freeway in a white Bronco.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
A city was riveted by a slow-motion spectacle. Chico avoided capture at every turn. Let's see.
Chico.
Yeah. Oh, he busted through. Look at that. He did bust through the gate. Not sure how he originally got out.
Isn't Chico in Don't Tell Me? Chico. Oh, he's in the Black Moods.
They escaped the Star Packing Company, a slaughterhouse and butcher specializing in halal meats. They were the only beef stock in the pen, and they were to be killed.
Wow.
Fate had other plans.
Fate.
Hold on. Fate had other plans. According to reports by the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department, an employee revealed the chain around the gate holding the steers within their pen was not secure at the time. The employee stated he was standing outside the pen when a thunderstorm started. The storm spooked the steers, and one of the steers kicked the gate pen.
Oh, there it is.
Causing the gate to open.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Now cowhug.
Police were quickly summoned. Buck Ford, owner of Buck's Towing, 3 blocks from the slaughterhouse, said, I was working here in the lot, and I looked outside the gate, and I saw these, might have been 4 or 5 cows. I had my truck parked over there, and they was trying to squeeze through between the truck and my car. They messed up the side of my truck. Jeffrey Smith, Buck's employee. They totaled Buck's truck on one side and kept on moving. Man, it was crazy. I mean it. It was effing bulls running through the city of St. Louis. How often do you see that? I saw this one guy. He came running out of his yard with a clothesline. He was trying to round them up. David Carson, photographer. We got a tip in the newsroom. It was Christine Byers, crime reporter, who got it from a contact that there were cows running around in North City. So we were trying to figure out where that was taking place, because by that time, we heard about the cows. The cows had traveled a fair amount of distance. The police had encrypted their scanners, but every now and then, something drops across. So I heard a little nugget come across the scanner, and it said to look for the cows by a White Castle up in North City.
Oh, yeah. Now, that's ironic.
Right?
That is ironic.
Yeah, so they followed them and up to St. Louis Avenue, up to Grand Avenue. They crossed the Natural Bridge. People were talking about they even were patting him on the head.
There's a difference between the Rainbow Bridge and the Natural Bridge.
Yeah. Holy crap. So they must have eventually rounded him up, and I'm sure the city was rooting for him, and there was no way they were going to end up back at that slaughterhouse at that point.
Yeah, right.
And so then they ended up at the sanctuary.
Yeah, kids out there with banners like OJ, free OJ, free the cows, free Elsie.
So, some fella named Wiener paid $12,500 for the lives of the St. Louis Six, they called them.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
at $2,083 a steer. Wiener, they own the Gentle Barn.
Wiener.
Yeah.
Wiener.
So,
cow hugs.
Yeah, Jay Wiener founded the Gentle Barn. Man, oh man, look at that.
Sounds a little creepy, but I guess with context, it's okay. The Gentle Barn. I'm going to ask Christy tonight if she wants to.
Yes.
Never mind.
Nope.
Never mind.
You're not going to ask her. You're just going to do it.
Why am I blindfolded? Why do you keep saying Gentle Barn? What is this a scavenger hunt for the penis? What's going on? I can't see anything. Dude, one of the best scenes in Blockers with John Cena is when they're blindfolded playing Touch the Wiener or whatever they call it. You remember that scene? Did you see that movie?
No.
You've never seen Blockers?
No.
Their kids are all trying to lose their virginity at prom.
Yeah.
God, John Cena's awesome.
You told me I have to see that movie.
Yes, you'll love it. It's a hilarious
Maybe I'll
movie.
watch it on the
You'll
plane.
love it. Everybody in the movie. A bunch of people you've never even seen before.
You know, okay, back to...
There's even a lesbian byline in the movie. Yes.
Oh, wow, I'm glad we get a nod.
Seriously. Let me throw you a lesbian nug. Yes. Tasty.
Newer, gayer, dumber. That's JJ.
No, it's incredible. You'll love the movie. I've seen it like 50 times. Hello?
You guys understand what a steer is, right?
Yeah, they're not cows. It's a dude that's been castrated.
A castrated bull and a guy named Wiener bought him. Where's the irony there?
Now we hug it.
Is this the ironic? Yeah, this is the
nice touch.
The ironic story we've been searching for.
Nice touch. He's like the old cow school teacher, teaching us about cows and steers.
Well, we shouldn't really say cows.
Wow.
Because it's 6 steers.
Well, all I saw in the video was a cow. Or were they all steers?
They're steers.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. But whatever.
I always think of longhorns when I see a steer.
They're calling it giving cow hugs to visitors.
Okay,
but
all
it's
right.
not really cow hugs.
There you
it's
go.
Steer
Well,
hugs. But we're getting into semantics here because the average person doesn't know what an effing steer is.
Well, I wasn't even paying attention, but generally I don't. But he is correct. I mean, the devil's in the details. Good call.
Yeah.
Dude. That's a great call.
Because cows got udders.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard about those. I love udders. Hello?
I sit on my Italian cow every morning.
Go. You leave my mom out of this.
Christ's sake.
Hello? That's Wiener. That's Wiener checking in. Thanks, Wiener.
We thought uploading to the cloud was something completely different. The JJO Morning Show Podcast. Johnny and D, JJO.
A new global study revealed, I want you to guess. Oh, dude, I love this.
Guessing is my favorite part of the show.
Okay. A new global study revealed that blank is the exact time that people are having the most sex.
Everywhere in the world?
Yep, everywhere in the world.
I've actually thought about this quite a bit.
Blank is the exact time that people are having the most sex.
So if it's Central Time, it has to be their time, whatever time zone they're in? I don't know how that thing works.
No.
Okay, so just our time.
Just everybody.
So if we were all on one clock.
No. So if it's 5 p.m. Friday here, our time, it would also be like when we're and you're having relations with your wife, somebody in London, 5 p.m. their time, also having sex.
Okay, so there you go. So same time.
Yeah. Okay, so what time?
Cue the music. It must be near 5 because you subliminally just gave a clue without knowing it.
Or I threw you off.
True that. I'm going to say it's not midnight on average. There's no way nobody's blinking that late. I am going to say, weirdly enough, 9 o'clock and 41 seconds.
What day?
Oh, I got to give you a day?
Yep.
Oh. So I'll say 9:41. Hint. There's a day? Weird. I'm going to say, I don't think it's the weekend, weirdly enough. I'm going to say Thursday. A little amped up, a little juiced up. Really?
You're close. 10:09 p.m.
Whoa.
On Saturday.
Saturday, no kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Let everybody be out all juiced up somewhere.
Well, they are, and then they come back around, and, you know.
When I come around, with a boner, when I come around, 10:00, what time?
10:09 p.m., which is
Saturday.
close enough.
I mean, it seems so obvious. I didn't even want to say that.
Yeah, right?
I guess, high schoolers and Saturday night. 10:05.
10:09.
10:09. Saturday night.
Yeah.
Saturday night.
That's the other one, right? It's for your. Okay. This was a luxury lingerie retailer, Pour Moi, conducted a survey of 2,000 sexually active adults across the world to discover our horny habits. 43% of respondents said Saturday was their favorite day to get a little freaky. Friday came in second, followed by Sunday and then Thursday.
Nice.
So yeah.
How about you? How do you correlate with research?
It's pretty much right on the money. So let's go to the opposite end of the spectrum here, John. When do you think is the least likely time and day
Cue the music.
to get frisky?
I'm going to say Tuesday morning at 7:30 when Paul's in here doing an AMS ad lib. So I don't know. I'm just throwing something out there. Paul's in here. We're here. We're talking stereos. It's sexy.
You're wrong.
Really? I'm going to say Monday morning at 7:30.
Monday, 1:02 p.m.
Oh, I got Monday right.
Right after Pam Yonke does her farm report. Not a coincidence.
Yes. Everybody's wang is resting and waiting for Thursday.
So, yeah. Monday, 1:02 p.m.
Ah. Okay, so everything, that all feels right, I guess.
I suppose, yeah. All right.
One must let his semen reaccumulate.
No, thank you. All right, what's your stupid story?
All right, check this out. Tell me what you would do real quick, because I don't want to waste time here. But driver saves a kitten on the 91 freeway because it's a 3-car crash.
Mm-hmm.
They were driving east on the 91 freeway in Riverside when they saw a kitten stranded on the westbound side. The woman at the wheel and her male passenger, both in their 20s, made a quick decision. They took the next off-ramp, circled back, slowing to 30 miles an hour. And with the car's hazard lights on, they saw the kitten. The driver slammed on the brake, stopped, pulling as far out of the carpool lane as the narrow shoulder allowed. Passenger jumped out, took off his shirt, scooped up the kitten. That's when a beautiful moment unraveled in the catastrophe. This past Wednesday, according to California Highway Patrol, one trailing car didn't brake in time. Swerved into the center divider, heading right toward the man holding the cat. Thinking he was about to be killed, the man tried to jump over the wall, losing the cat. To avoid him, the driver swerved the other way, clipped the bumper of another car, then careening across all lanes of the freeway until the vehicle hit a tractor trailer. The good news, the cat lived. Only one person taken to the hospital for minor injuries. Semi drove off, unaware he had been hit, and the cat escaped alive. But it isn't necessarily over for the would-be rescuers, whose names were not disclosed. The case still under investigation for potential violation around non-emergency stopping and impeding traffic. The great thing is we saved the cat, but Bob is a little hit and miss.
Yeah.
We don't know if he's going to make it or not. What would you do? I stopped for kitten for the win.
Interestingly enough, a similar situation happened to us on the way out to Sturge. It was there was a lot of construction on the way out to Sturgis. And there was a lot of spots where there was was no shoulder.
Yep.
You were one lane on the interstate.
Very dangerous.
No shoulder.
Right.
And it was one of those spots. And there was a stray dog that was over, like, next to the interstate. So we were going, into Sturgis. And I can't even remember where the hell we were at, whatever. It was dark. It was probably, midnight. And we saw the dog. It was on the passenger side. And we couldn't stop. There was a freaking there's nowhere to go.
You get pancaked.
Right. If we stopped.
Did you throw the dog a sandwich?
No. And it was like I saw the eyes.
Yep. Aww.
And I was like, what is it? And I thought it might be a deer. Mm-hmm. So I slowed.
Chupacabra.
And then when we passed, I was like, that's a dog.
Wow.
And I was like, what do we do? What do we do? And I was like, can we turn around? And and Amber's like, well, what?
No exit in sight.
There's nothing. What are we going to do? We can't. There's nowhere to pull over. Even if we turn around, it's not. Are we going to take our rental car off-roading to get the dog? And we don't have the tools to stop traffic, so we called it in. That was all we could do was call it in.
Well, that was nice of you. Yeah. Sounds like an emergency stop to me.
But if there would have been a shoulder or any way, but the fact that it was one lane on the interstate, no shoulder, nowhere to pull over.
You think it could have been a farm?
Midnight.
Yeah, right.
So even if it would have been daylight, it would have been a little easier. Yeah. But it was like there were so many. I was like, I'm not going to die on the interstate because I saw a stray dog that might even be a coyote or whatever.
Yeah, right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
So
could have been a fox. You never know.
Yeah. So, but to get a kitten in the daylight. Oh, it's going to be hard for me to not stop. That's a whole different situation.
Yeah, I think I stop.
I think so too.
There were 3 deer out here at Southtown Drive. I was coming to work a couple of weeks ago. They were out in the middle of the Beltline, and it's 3:30 in the morning. And I stopped, and I tried to honk the horn and shoo them over. Back over to the side of the road.
Right.
There's just some dudes hanging out. I'm like, you guys are going to get waxed.
Yeah.
Get out of here. So I hit the horn. They moved a little. And then I'm like, well, not like I can get on corralled deer.
Right. Like I tried.
I tried. I could give them a gentle nudge. But I tried. They kind of moved a little bit. So I'm sure they know what they were doing. Who knows? But there you go, man. I think I'd stop. I think I would stop.
It'd be hard to not stop for a kitten.
Insurance company, kiss my booty.
The JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe. Catch a new show every Monday through Friday, 6 till 10 a.m. on 94.1 JJO or streaming anywhere in the JJO app. Johnny and D. Nowhere but JJO.